More Crusaders coming in through another direction. Panzer III being overwhelmed, but with air support hitting this whole sector. God damn, I'd hate to be the Germans right now. Oh, artillery!
Hey guys, remember to like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and hey, go one step further, become a channel member. Any support you guys give is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the video.
Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and I'm bringing you a 4v4 on my favorite map, Oasis Depot. Weekly again, you guys, WhiteHotD jumped in right as I started. Now just everyone's jumping in with a raid. Perfect timing. Alrighty, we got ourselves a number of key combatants. I've been told this is a high elo or higher elo. We'll see if that actually comes to pass. But we got ourselves Fan, Sold My Dad, Sturbin, and Kamakura? Alright, versing, we got ourselves Devos, SpongeBob, me boy. Sure, we got SpongeBob. We got ourselves Blackjack and Rune. Sure, why not? British forces are pretty much dominating. There are no American forces. We got 3 Doc and a Wehrmacht as well. Bursaleri are a special unit that have been showcased so far. Everyone else is pretty standard in their build. Maybe the initial half-track could be a little different, but we'll see. He is in mid, so maybe you could use that for either grenade launchers or flamethrowers, or what have you. British standard Dingo, a little more standard jack of all trades. Dingo. So, lots of dingoes. But, kind of makes sense, I guess, because you want to make sure you have something that can rapidly deploy to meet the Doc head on, hold the position, and then bring out the MGs to kind of pin them, because the Doc doesn't exactly have an early counter to that. Mortars, support guns, etc. will take some time before, well, okay, not mortars. Support guns would take time, actually, mortar half-tracks take time before they're deployed. The MGs could be hit by grenade launchers or flamethrowers, especially if they go Panzer command, but still it takes resources and time to get those resources in and deploy that, which allows more British infantry section to hold the line, which could have AT rifles or something. Just something to keep in mind. On the far side, these British forces are having a bit of trouble. That could be because we have 2 forces over here, being Sturbin and the other being Fawn. Both trying their best to put pressure on the British forces. Royal Engineer is backing on up. MG is suppressing, but there's too many men over here, and not enough bullets to throw at the enemy in all directions. So it looks like the MG's gonna pull back. Dingo is trying to cover his retreat, and overall, his ally SpongeBob. That's why his ally's taking some time. He was off catching jellyfish, I bet, rather than trying to help in a war. But anyway, he gets pinned, and unfortunately his forces are stuck inside the city. On the far side, we got ourselves a half-track trying to get out of there, but a Dingo, thanks to Blackjack over here, almost gets an easy kill, but Palm Grenadiers and, well, actually, double sets of Palm Grenadiers coming on in, and Panzer Pioneers rushing in, I think, what, 15% speed boost? They'll put down that Dingo for good and allow the half-track to escape. So, excellent job. We still have additional forces here by Rune. He has AT rifles, so if the half-track comes back, he's a goner. Palm Grenadiers are in the building. What are they talking about? Alright, never mind. They're talking about how they're having a bad day in mid. Okay, cool. Interesting. I mean, technically, not wrong. British forces have that down pat, and they've even placed mines, which I do like. That stops a quick 8 rad or something like that from trying to gun down his men retreat. A half-track charge with a flamethrower, something like that. There are some German forces pushing on in. Infantry section with AT rifles, not exactly great against, well, Palm Grenadiers. Though they don't have the combined arms boost. What are they talking about? He lost 3 squads. Did he? Are we talking about purple? Seems like purple definitely got pushed back a bit. And he does have less squads. German's not exactly having high amounts of squads either. Dingo about to be lost. So that's another loss for the Allies right there. And they pull back the Bursaleri pretty easily. Infantry section could stop that. If they focus on some units, maybe they can get a kill. No, they're not. They're not focusing on that. Nice flamethrower and Palm Grenadier with a boost. hoping to push the enemy back. MG, though, is repositioning, so they can't continue that attack. On the left, there is an attack continuing with a dingo chasing down the Palm Grenadier. Another Palm Grenadier moving on up. MG section trying to reposition. Panzer Pioneer is trying to get that unit. Can we get the last dingo? No. Oh, wait, maybe. Yes. Yes, we can. I think that's all dingoes, right? Destroy all dingoes. Excellent job. Unfortunately, while the dingoes have been, well, reduced to nothing, they have been, they've gone the way of the dodo. The dingo has gone the way of the dodo. We do have not one, not two, not three, but 4 goddamn hubbers on the field. So that is a lot of light armor that could potentially cause a lot of hell for the German forces. Now we know that there's at the very least a couple. Well, actually, no, there's none. Never mind. I thought there was at least one or a few Panzerjägers, but there are not. There is the best thing they got is a half-track with an autocannon. There are no AT guns. He got himself assault grenadiers. Oh no! And the Bersaglieri have no AT, just none at all. We are about to see the running of the Germans, ladies and gentlemen, as the Hubbers make quick work of the German lines. The Hubbers are gunning down the Grenadiers on the retreat. There he goes. But don't worry, there's more Germans retreating over the bridge. And while one Hubber retreats, the other one's like, where are you guys going? Keep up the pressure. They need to kill this cache. That is a big cache. That would be a nice win right there because, again, that's an extra 5 fuel that's going to the Axis. Now there's going to be minus 15 or minus 10 fuel coming in after its destruction. And 10 fuel going to the Allies. The Allies already have a lot of key areas. Panzerjäger is picked, but infantry section is there and keep up the pressure, or potentially even use AT grenades. SpongeBob has gone, by the way, heavy armor. We have air and sea. We got ourselves Devos going Canadians, so he could definitely bring up the pressure. Hubber goes on in. Is he? Oh, so close! Mine kills the mortar half track. Oh, that's fun. The other mine got deployed. We got ourselves the Ring of Doom to suppress infantry, or not suppress, but make them easier targets. I love that Hubber just slowly pulling back, just constantly firing, just leading them on. So, yeah, Bersaglieri just have no AT. Oh, there we go. Panzerjäger coming on in. But another Hubber comes in the side! Could do enough damage. Come on! Let's go, Hubber. There he goes. Fires through the smoke. Gets the kill. If G section is retreating, I don't think he'll be in close enough range to kill this or have enough firepower to kill that. He needs to pull back before this squad gets in a building. The Hubbers have been doing a fantastic job, and so far only one Hubber has died, and that's Orange in mid. He's having a real tough time. Again, why he stayed there, I don't know, but he stayed there long enough for both rifles to fire and put down the Hubber. He really wanted the Bersaglieri to die, but he completely forgot about the men that could easily kill him. British forces continue to hold off the Germans. The Germans are recapturing this, and they are flanking, but the Royal Engineer could burn him out of the cover. Up, nope. Panzerjäger squad's going to do a flank, and that'll be just enough to force him away. On the far left side, the armored cars are having a real tough fight with the Hubber. There is a couple mines there, but again, and there's more FG section for the Brits. So I think in reality, it's just going to allow room to hold on to this sector. Again, all the British forces are, by the way, upgraded. We have AT rifles. We got Reese packages being unlocked for flares and artillery. We got ourselves 6-pounders on the field now. Again, all either AT rifles or the Reese package. The only thing that's different is Devos. Devos has the Canadian forces on the field with the Piat launcher, so they are good against infantry and also pretty solid against some armor if the Piat hits. Infantry section continues to try to hold. Resource-wise, Germans not doing too bad munition-wise, 40, but Allies have a small lead in fuel, and that's given the fact that they have their fuel. Wait. Oh, it's building right now. They have more than that then. Damn. They have slightly more caches or territory on the field, and they just put that cache down, that's an air and sea bonus that they're able to build it without anyone being there. Germans preparing for that push along the side, and At least they weren't hit by mines. It's their own. But, well, okay, one of them is theirs. The other one is not. Stops that counterattack dead in its tracks. But we still have a push thanks to Kamakura. And also Sold My Dad, doing his best to push on in with his Palm Grenadiers and Salt Grenadiers. Nice airstrike! I think it's a mine! So good, was it the Italian Combined Arms, Stuka Loiter. Good use there. Kills the MG and allows the Palm Grenadiers with Veteran Squad Leader upgrades given to them. Excellent job there. They continue to push. The middle is broken, and quickly we have Allied forces trying very quickly to reposition their men. There is enough AT here that I think the 8 Rads would have a seriously rough time, but the Palm Grenadiers, that's the bigger threat. That is indeed the bigger threat for the infantry and the AT gun. Half track has to pull back. Grenades are thrown. AT gun is gone. There we go. Small counterattack by FG section along the far side is potentially making some headway. Fire from something, not sure what, is burning the allies. Can't tell because the bridge is kind of blocking the physics there, but hey, it is working. Again, just gonna say how pretty this is, just with the water and everything. Look how gorgeous that is. Reason why it won the 4v4 map contest they did. Alright, just good work. Anyway, German forces are gearing on up. They are healing themselves too, so they can... They're not just gonna attack and then be like, well, we have to pull back. It's like, no, they can heal on the front. Oh, and he's stealing the AT guns with the half tracks! Yes! Alright, who is that? That is Kamakura, stealing the 6-pounders for his own use. Wonderful steal right there. Just like Rommel. Rommel can't win without logistics, and while he can't get his own through the German or Italian High Command, he'll just borrow whatever the British leave around. Oh, that's funny. DeVos is a little bit pissed. He's getting infantry training to boost up his men. The Canadians will even be more of a threat. Looks like the Allies are counterattacking in the city, and with flamethrowers that are even more deadly, that is a really bad spot for the Germans to be in. Crusader hitting the building. Again, there is really no AT to speak of in this sector. And everything is just absolutely breaking apart. Crusader opening fire. Might be able to kill the unit in the building. If he's up. Nope, he does get out in the nick of time. Flamethrower hitting the unit right there. Crusader and Matilda busting on through. It looks like the... oh, wait. Here comes reinforcements. German forces, dock forces specifically, have massively redeployed. Actually, even went with a flamethrower unit and hitting this entire city. Matilda, though, and Crusader moving in to engage. Unfortunately, it looks like Fawn is having a rough time with his men. But, Sold My Dad, although his units are being suppressed, did make a small breakthrough. MG's almost dead, thanks to the flamethrower unit. Fire, though, from the Canadians is hitting back, and they're hitting back hard. Matilda is weak and has to pull back. But it looks like that second thrust was just enough to help keep the British from taking over the city square. And yeah, they have to pull back to base. Vickers is decrewed. And Fawn takes the territory. Now, on the flip side, it looks like there is still counterattacks happening in mid. But Kamakura has enough forces to actually hold that off with his Palm Grenadiers. It is a tough fight, and the Germans are down, so even though they have been getting some victories, they need to hold it in order to keep their victories going. But right now, I would say they have the initiative. Stuka's being deployed by Fawn. Let's see, we got another 3 Stukas will be on the field, lots of artillery. And luckily, one of them, Kamakura, is pumping out Panzer III, so at least he will have a mobile armored force that can actually counterattack anything that potentially the British want to throw at them in a major way. Hubbard trying to fight the Panzer III. That is not a fight he can win at all. There's no AT here either. That Hubbard is fighting a Panzer III mano-a-mano with no support. It actually managed to not take any damage, so credit where credit's due. Allies still need to figure out what the heck to do and where to attack next. I thought the attack on right was a pretty good idea, but the sudden reinforcements by German forces in mid threw that out the window. Allies are now down on fuel, though higher up on, well, munitions, but we'll see how long that lasts with this being taken. And potentially this entire side being retaken by the Allies. They'll probably keep that munition lead for a time. Small push on the left. There's Panzer III. Plenty of British mines, though. So I don't know. He has to be very cautious with what he does next. We do have a lot of armor. Crusaders, I take it. Yeah, multiple Crusaders. That's the idea. Matilda's still there. We got ourselves another Matilda pushing on the left. Versing a Panzer III, that's not a bad idea. And, yeah, I was waiting for it. We have Rune pumping out the bishops. If you're versing Stukas, 3 of them, I know people are like, but bishop spam is unbearable. But yeah, but if you have 3 Stukas, and I can hear them firing in the distance, that's a little overkill. You are begging the British to bring out the bishops. You're like, come on, what's the best you can? It's like, okay, the bishop spam is notoriously hard to deal with for a reason, but we'll see how effective that is. Grenadier's about to die, whether by fire or by the building breaking down. There it goes. Crusader does perish. Panzer IV getting some good hits in, all things considered. But Canadians with Royal Engineers, and he didn't go with the Crocodile. He went with Royal Engineers that are amped up to an insane degree. So, all right, we'll see how that goes. Elite Infantry all the way with the Matilda backing him up. Piats, by the way, can still do quite a bit versus the Panzer IV. So the Matilda, once again, takes the hits. And the Canadians, they provide the Piat firepower. Now, luckily, Pack Gun is providing pressure on the Matilda, and the bunker will keep the Canadians away. They'll need artillery to break this defensive position that the Germans have laid down. That's Sturban, by the way, who has laid down plenty of defenses and also engaged with the Panzer IV. Plenty of mines are across this sector. He is looking pretty good for holding this area and keeping the victory point under German control. The question is, can he fight not 1, but 2 British players, with one of them having some of the best infantry in the game right now? Only time will tell. Matilda is holding pretty well. The Queen of the Desert is taking hit after hit in mid and doing A-okay with Crusaders coming in to support their queen. God, that's aiming. All right, anyway. The stolen AT gun is lighting up the Matilda, and mines are being placed, but there is sweeper action in play, so they can quickly disable those mines. Panzer III trying its best, does actually pen the Matilda. Infantry section, though, is trying to grab mid, but the Assault Grenadiers are hoping to keep back. Mines do detonate, hurting the Matilda. Paul Grenadiers advancing. This could be an issue for that Matilda, but as I say this, the Canadians come in along the side with sweepers to disable that mine. Stuka fire is opening fire. Does manage to actually kill the Matilda with artillery. Excellent work there. Left side, different story as a Crusader and other British forces push up against German positions, easily taking them without much resistance. Over here, that would be Kamakura's area, but his forces, as we can see, are in mid fully. So there is nothing stopping Rune from going buck wild along the back lines, and that's even worse for the Germans, because remember, those Stukas need an escape route, and having your escape route to your base blocked by Crusaders is not great. Luckily, Panzer III's moved over to assist. We have a potential attack with Crusaders along the right-hand side, but a mine stops 1, maybe 2 here if he advances further. We have some artillery support coming in. Infantry section gets taken out by the Panzer III. AT rifles and the Crusader engage the Panzer III here, but Palm Grenadiers will quickly make work of that. Panzer III's could chase, but there are mines. It could be a trap, and a trap is exactly what it will be if he pushes further, but he stops. AT grenade does hit the Crusader. More Crusaders rush on in. Infantry section open fire with their AT rifles. Panzer III's pull back under intense artillery fire, smashing against the buildings where they're pulling back from. Matilda engaging the infantry, the Bersaglieri, which have a real hard time fighting that, since, again, lack of AT. Stuka fire hits the whole sector. Royal Engineers, unfortunately, have been perishing. The elite infantry tactic did not work for DeVos. Stuka fire has managed to kill a lot of the Canadian and Royal Engineers that he has brought to the table. But Crusaders moved on in and easily killed, well, the Panzer III's along the side. It looks like he is not done yet. We have Crusaders pushing in. AT grenades could be thrown at the Crusaders and definitely harm them, but they see that and immediately pull out of the grenade area. This one's quickly healing. Crusaders just trying to kill anything in the base. That's going to pull forces back. Did the Germans still have the Stukas? Yes, they do. They're still alive. Stukas are hiding further on the far right than left. But the base is under threat. The bunkers could be neutralized here in a second. If he kills this, then no more Panzer IIIs can be deployed. And what does Kamakura have being deployed? Nothing. He is yet to deploy it. I'm assuming he's saving up for a bigger target. Now, because the Panzer III is healing, he's now in a better state to engage the Crusaders. Crusaders still did enough damage, but didn't kill anything. And as you can see, he has Panzer Pioneers that can quickly heal everything. Mines being deployed as well to stop a counterattack. And a Flak 36 has been deployed to help for coverage purposes. Panzer III could engage the Crusader, but without support, it's not a fight I would want to engage. Not because I don't think he could win, because he doesn't know what else is here. We know it's not that bad, but we also know that there have been other Crusaders that popped in. Stuka, by the way, pushed back the infantry section. So, at the very least, Red is unable to grab it yet. But Rune still has plenty of forces, and bishops, by the way, that can provide that fire support. Speaking of support, Grants are on the field. And more Crusaders are being deployed. A lot more Crusaders. Crusader Swarm is more and more likely, but the Germans have their own counters. We got ourselves a Tiger tank, which is a solid heavy tank, but needs a lot of support if it wants to hold up against all those guys. The defensive line that Sturban has put down is being reinforced with additional mines and other defenses. Again, versing a ton of armor, this could break. I'm not going to deny that. Sturban will need additional AT, but he is holding a flank and he's getting that AT, so I can't say that he's not doing what he is supposed to do. Right now, I'd see a potential weak link with this gentleman here, being the fact that Fawn is right now being engaged by a lot of Crusaders and Matildas, and his AT capability is almost none. Stukas are in harm's way as Crusaders charge into the back lines. We have mortar half-tracks that are falling apart. We have Stukas that are about to perish. Flak 36 is, well, trying to become operational, but we have air support by the British coming on in. There it goes, hitting the half-tracks. Panzer III about to die right here if the Crusaders can hit. Nope, Air Force kills him. Tiger tank is deploying. Kills a Crusader. More Crusaders coming in through another direction. Panzer III being overwhelmed, but with air support hitting this whole sector. God damn, I'd hate to be the Germans right now. Oh, artillery actually hits that. Armor is pulling back, but the damage is done. Air support as well, hitting the medical stuff and everything back here. Again, how many of those, both Stukas from Fawn made it out. Other Stuka did not, but there's plenty of other armor just dying all over the place. AA trying its best. Armor just perishing. Stuka might have survived, but the Tiger might not. Crusaders diving on in, bouncing shots. Tiger so far is A-okay, but needs to keep up the luck with all the shots bouncing. One shot, another shot. Pens. That Crusader does kill it and the medical truck. There's still grenades that could kill at least one Crusader if they get close enough. There it goes. They'll need at least one more grenade or an AT shot of some type. Pack gun is may be able to do it. This other Crusader is weak enough where you probably just want to pull it out. Black 36 is completely open, could be taken by the British, and yeah, this is one of those dire situations where I would not want to be the Germans right now because they have lost nearly everything. Alright. Grenade is thrown. Crusader is dead. Artillery still hitting this area. The Panzer IV by Sturban. Sturban's been untouched in this entire offensive. But Flak 36 is down. British destroyed it for good. There's still some AT and other units here, so the Panzer IV can't just move in willy-nilly. He will take some bad hits if he does. Positives. Greyshot positives. Germans still have a Tiger tank. And all the dead things here could be salvaged. Alright, we have Crusaders. Is that true? I mean, a lot of Crusaders did die. They're saying 5. That seems about right. Bishop is able to get out in the Stuka's attack. Kamakura is asking about if someone's taking it. Nice Stuka bombs over here. God damn, just like, I'm getting flashbacks. I've been rewatching some of the Time Ghost stuff about the Battle of Midway. But yeah, and also Pearl Harbor and other things. It's like, yeah, you killed a lot of important stuff, but the Stukas, the thing you really need to kill, still alive. But remember, all those dead vehicle carcasses are there. The Germans could use that to either to fuel their war effort or to further supply their war effort with new tanks. Artillery from the Bishop hits the Tiger directly. Artillery hitting the back. Allies are unable to capture mid. They are down by about 40 points. But we have another counterattack on the right with the Canadians launching their grants. Remember, they were not participating in the major battle. He kept them in the back. Pack guns there. Panzer IV under heavy fire. Register artillery, I believe, is coming on in. Minesweepers stop the mines, allowing the grants to pull back. Canadians are burning the pack guns to death. It is a slaughter. Stuka fire right there could be incredibly beneficial. But middle was unable to be secured, so the Allies pushed right, and that's good. Tiger tank is going to have a real tough fight with not one, not two, but three. Well, okay, that grant's out of commission, I would say. But 2 grants and a bunch of Piats. And other AT units. Left side's being recaptured by the British. Again, some of their forces did take heavy casualties. Not going to deny Blackjack took a lot. But, we'll have to see. Does anyone ever... Okay, Kamakura is getting a recovery vehicle. So he's at least seeing his situation and like, I need manpower and fuel. That's how I'm going to get it. A hollow flower. Thank you very much for the follow. They're taking over the right-hand side. Victory points is not in the Axis favor. They're going to need to do something. Hold on. I'll recycle the Tiger. So he is going to get rid of it? So, real quick. Sold my dad. Fawn. Italian Combined Arms. Kamakura's gone the Italian infantry. Which we have not seen, by the way. He has lost pretty much everything. He just has his recovery vehicles, so again, not great. And Sturbin, of course, went breakthrough. Alright. Which is how he has his Tiger. Fuel's decapped. This area is being recaptured. Again, allies need time to heal their wounds. If I'm the Bishops, I try to hit some of those locations. Mine's being put down. That's a good placement by Sold My Dad to at least stop the allies from quickly taking it back over. So at least there's that. But it seems like the Allies are committing whatever they have left on the right-hand side to get that victory point. Luckily, the Tigers, the Germans did deploy. While they limited in number of armor that's available on the field, we have 2 Tigers, a Panzer III. Wait. We have 3 Tigers, I'm sorry, and a Panzer III, and that's it. Allies have 3 grants, 4 grants and 2 Crusaders, 6 grants and 2 Crusaders, 9 grants and 2 Crusaders. Stuka's clear a lot of the infantry. Tigers engaging. But if the grants all engage, the Tigers stand no chance. And that's what seems like it's about to happen. The grants are getting ready to advance with Royal Engineers backing up with infantry support. There is no pack gun support. There's a couple MGs. I'm sorry, there's 1 pack gun, an MG. And now there's, what, air support? There it goes. The air support hitting the Tigers. How are the Bishops doing, by the way? Oh, 1 Bishop, it looks like, did perish. So artillery did neutralize that. Recovery vehicle is still in... Oh, he got himself his Tiger back. They're healing it. Again, they're trying their best to bring back the Tigers and to have something to do. So, we'll have to see if this is enough. Because, yeah. If the Axis are allowed to recover in this capacity, they could be throwing a lot at the Allies a lot sooner than what the Allies expect them to throw. Does that make sense? Or expect to have. But again, we got 3 Crusaders in mid. We got 3 grants. Minimum with Bishop support in the back. Overall, it's looking pretty fierce. With both sides gearing on up. I think the Axis are still lower in mid. And we're about to see that with multiple grants and Crusaders pulverizing this Tiger and weakening it down. Already a quarter health, and they've taken a few casualties. Recovery vehicle in a real bad position, but another Tiger coming in at a decent time. Grant is injured by an AT grenade. A second Grant is injured. Tiger tank oh wow, both of them died at nearly the same time. Excellent job. Panzer III backs the fuck up. Another grenade is thrown. Grant dies. Another Grant dies. That was a kill zone right there. 4 allied vehicles, and really not much on the Axis side perishing. Artillery could weaken them. It looks like artillery might kill this. Recovery vehicle moving on up to trying to heal his forces. You got more communication. Nice baits has sold my dad, and honestly sold my dad. Nice coverage and good heals right there between you and Kamakura. On the far right, we have Sturban and what's his name? Bond counterattacking against the Grants. Grants having a little bit of a tough time. The smoke coverage. The other Grants are not in a good position. Some of them are injured, barely alive. The others are newly deployed, or not in a great position to engage. So it looks like the Axis will hold on to this victory point. But the Allies did take mid, and that's putting pressure on the Axis, bringing them back down to about 10-point deficit with the Allies. Not huge, but it is something that could snowball if left by itself. British forces are taking over this side. Resource-wise, Allies have the lead in munitions and fuel compared to the Axis. Axis still have all the dead carcasses, but they are running over a few of them. But luckily, they were supplied with a healthy dose of Grants, which again, even if they're just getting 25 to 33% between the fuel and munitions, it's not, I mean, that's still a good amount of resources going back into the German war effort. Tiger manages to hold the line. I get additional Tiger. There's still a dead carcass. There's still plenty of dead carcasses across the front. 36 being brought out for additional AT fire against the armored swaths. Again, there's no action on the left. There's a couple mines, but there's nothing. If the Germans really want to push that way, that could allow them to actually gain some ground. But it looks like they want to continue the battle for mid. Artillery hitting the back line. 70-pounder is there, but it's under heavy fire. Grant is pulling back, but it's A-okay. Again, plenty of Grants. Remember, Grants are great in a head-on fight, but you cannot have a Grant like flank an enemy, because the main gun, the most damage, is on the front. It can't move. But on a one-on-one fight, yeah, Grants have a good amount of firepower right there. Alright, Tiger tanks are slowly pushing. Sturban's forces are pulling back. Fawn is advancing with his Tiger, which is healing because it's next to a medical truck, right? Is that... Wait, hold on. Why? Oh, duh, he is I thought that was a Wehrmacht one. That's a Doc one, so it can just heal by itself. So he does have that upgrade. Air support's hitting mid. They've actually stole a Grant for the German war effort. Okay, and artillery is unable to kill it. Flak 36 is killed, though. It is not looking great for the Germans in mid. Stuka support coming on in. Hits the infantry section dead on. Both squads have to retreat. Again, not killing the Stukas is really biting the Germans, the British, because they needed those Stukas dead. With the Stukas continuing, and by the way, Vet 2 and 3 respectively, they are really damn solid. They just continue to pound the Allied positions. The Allies' Bishop, while doing okay, I just don't feel he has not done a significant amount of damage to it. So, Kamakura is asking his allies for another Stuka. Actually, did he respond? Full pop, says sold my dad. Oh, yeah, that's true. Sold my dad is at full pop. You can see here. Kamakura still has half an army left. So that is an issue. The other German players seem to have good-sized armies. Good Stuka. There's so many men right here. The Stukas are just pulverizing. Look how much damage the Stukas are doing. And again, the British could deploy bishops, so I don't want to hear anything in the comments saying, oh, the Stuka's overpowered. The Stuka is doing so much. Do you know what I saw in the last video with the bishops? Oh, the bishop's overpowered. The Stuka needs support. It's just whoever has the initiative with the artillery usually comments are against. Artillery trying to hit the 70-pounder, but it escapes. Tiger takes some serious damage. Palm Grenadiers barely make it out. Another squad's like, yeah, I'm gonna wait a minute. Oh, the Stuka is overpowered. Alright, big push on the right. Grants are engaging. We have fire coming down on the Flak 36, so don't expect that to be alive very long. We have the mines being deployed over mid to stop any allied counterattacks. Grants did win that. They did kill the Flak 36, so that's a loss for fun right there. But again, we still have plenty of forces by Serban, AT, and otherwise. I don't think front line, he has a lot. Oh, no, he does. He has 2 Strobe Troop, but never mind. He has a lot of elite infantry. So, good job right there. Oh god, I forgot. Someone said in the comments, is it Strasstruppen? Is just what the B is, technically, just Strasstruppen. Right. I forgot to say that. Strasstruppen. There we go. Strasstruppen as well for lead infantry coming up. 2 Tigers engaging. That could be an issue for the Germans. Because you have a 17-pounder and a lot of Grants. 1 Grant pulling back, the rest engaging. Oh, no, he did pull back! Tiger gets the kill. Can they kill that unit? There's no AT backing them up. Grants might have had something if they pushed. The pack guns were on the other side of the map, so they were not in a position. Stuka's continued pulverize this sector. We do have a... I was not expecting that. I forgot to check the allies, but yeah, he went heavy armored. SpongeBob, me boy, brings out a Black Prince. All right. That could... Again, not seen too many Black Princes, but from all accounts, it is a very good heavy tank for especially killing Tigers. We'll have to see if he actually uses it for that and is able to kill it. But right now, victory point-wise is not going too great for the Allies. They need another one, though they still have a 30-point lead, or just under. Bunker being placed to guard the left flank. Middle is still under fire. Okay, Grant's pushing on up, trying to hit the MG. Good kill right there. Tiger moving on up.
Command points available.
So I will give this. Usually when I see in games, Tigers deployed, immediately dies. These Tigers are sticking around. They're not dying. I will also say the Grant is a pretty fun combo too. But I mean, like, so far, all these Tigers have not perished. British forces are trying to figure out how to kill them. Strasstruppen retreating. You know, pack gun line got pulverized. If they heal up, they might be in a good position to hit the hit from 2 different angles on this. If this guy pulls up by himself without, like, he is not in position. SpongeBob is pulling back. DeVos might engage, which would be a bad push if I'm him. Panzer III is being deployed by Fawn over here. Recovery vehicles still trying to help out where he can. Black 36 holding mid against all the Grants. Bishop opening fire in this sector. Grant about to perish. 17-pounder returning fire on the Tiger. Grant and Tiger advancing with Stuka fire in the back lines. He's about to... He does lose the Grant to the Stuka. The other Grant as well perishes. So 2 Grants dying for real fortunate reasons. Good kill! Yeah, make sure the Allies can't get the Rex. I know... let me rephrase that. They can't... Well, no, they couldn't get the Rex because they don't have a recovery vehicle, and I don't think any of them have their recovery option for salvaging vehicles. So no, never mind. Yeah, just make sure, I guess, they can't use it for cover. Oh! Hold on. DeVos coming in along the side. Tiger perishes. Kamakura losing a vital part of his army. Now, the Grants, I don't know about... Oh, there's some friendly fire right there. Stuka hitting the Palm and Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Pioneers, what am I saying? This Tiger's very weak. The Grants smell blood in the water, and they're trying to go for the kills. Panzer III's rapidly deploying, but the build... Also, this bridge is very weak. Something... That would be funny if it died. Flak 36 being deployed. Italian artillery opening fire. Tiger does pull back. Grenades thrown on this Grant. SpongeBob had to pull back, though it looks like he did pull back in one piece. Oh, nice job. They are killing the Rex. Good. Black 36 puts down that Grant. Again, population-wise, we're looking at 2032 versus 27, 35. Axes have a small lead. Also, I'm realizing a lot of MGs. By God. Okay. Cool. I don't know if those are stolen or deployed or what, but a lot of British MGs for that, man. Again, Battle of Attrition, I think the Axes are still doing a little bit better. Their Stukas are just on top of the world. Like, Fawn's Stukas have done such a good job at just constantly blasting, and then you have Sold My Dad having one. Sturbin having a Tiger Ace. Do we have any more Tiger Aces? I mean, no, that one died. This one's Vet 2, very close. This one's still Vet 1. Alright, what are they saying now? Elephant or off? Oh, he's asking. Oh, I do like how he's asking his team. I do like how this team, while not in like a voice chat or anything, is still communicating with themselves to try to help themselves out. So, not bad. Off map. Alright. So off map would be the anti-tank Overwatch that he could get. Which, again, not bad. If the grants are slower and they do get pinned or AT grenaded, AT Overwatch could help kill them and kill an entire large group. Not as strong as the CoH3 variant, which I think is, if you're playing CoH3, is probably one of the strongest call-ins you can call in for that game. But it's still pretty damn effective against armor. Again, Axes control mid and have a 60-point lead. We got ourselves Fawn pushing up, but the Canadians are at least holding back whatever Fawn tried to throw in there. Fawn, by the way, down to a single burst Leary squad. Grant's are ready to bust through that wall like the Kool-Aid man and surprise the Panzer III. And there they go, busting through. And the Panzer III's like, the fuck? Come on, get the kill. There we go. Good kill right there. Black Prince is still alive, and he has the 2 additional Grants backing it up. SpongeBob, maybe wants to put down some... Oh, he does have a ton of recovery stations. Okay, cool. I was like, maybe some for your team? Strauss Trooping about to perish due to Grant fire. Tiger Tank, Vet 3, is trying to hold him back, but there's still AT guns that could do a little damage. Nice shot on the MG. We have a push along the side, but Grants kill whatever that infantry was. We have a Tiger advancing with AT gun support. 17-pounder is still alive. If he can see the Tiger, he can fire. There he goes. Does about, like, 15% damage. Oh, maybe closer to 20. Good shot. Still alive. Fire again. Fawn maybe losing a Tiger here. Air support coming on in. Air support. Oh, goes for the Panzer III in the distance. Luckily, Tiger pulls out. Armor pulling back. We got ourselves covered vehicles. Trying to help out. There's mines all over. The Germans have been placing mines. Good kill on the Royal Engineer there. Damn. You hate to be Rune. Rune is down. I mean, he has a lot of Grants and so does the Bishop, but he has no infantry. Nothing whatsoever. But overall, allies are up to 35 for units. Axis, well, 18, 27. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe losing stuff here. Stuka's fired point blank and helped kill the Great Offensive, keeping the Panzer IIIs alive to fight another day. Damn, the ultimate tank killers. The Stuka. It's gonna be, like, those things are gonna have such a high kill count. It's gonna be crazy. Alright, offensive-wise, we have a small push along the left. Grants could detonate the mine here if they get lucky. They do! Panzer IV! Oh, the mine. And the Grants are gonna kill that Panzer IV. Fire through the smoke! There it goes. And Sold My Dad. Fortunately, you lost your Panzer IV there. He's still firing through the smoke, although I don't know how long you want to keep that up with your Grants both very low. Again, very low. More Grants coming along the side. This is absolutely a kill zone right here. Wait, no. There's more Grants coming in. There's a Flak 36. Absolutely not. We do have air support coming on in. Yeah, I know the kill count's bugged, but even though it's bugged, it's still going to be pretty high. Bishop's opening fire. Air support's still causing absolute chaos over here.
The enemy have claimed our sector.
Looks like on the right, whatever was thrown at Fawn did not go over great, and we have a recovery vehicle trying to heal that stuff. Tiger does pull back. Black is gonna probably die here to the Grants. Oh wait, no, he's gonna pick it up! And medical truck as well, trying to get it away, but helps heal. He's trying to heal it up. So my dad loses it again. Grant can still kill it, but Tiger Tank comes in to save the Flak 36, or at least the carcass of it. Grant will pull back. Again, I think if the one guy, SpongeBob, should probably build like 1 or 2 stations over here, if he could. Even just 1 would help heal all the armor.
A Panzer IV is ready for orders.
For having so much armor, SpongeBob is not really pressed as hard as I think he could.
Your point is being
He's definitely putting pressure. The line has backed up, but is not broken. And he still has quite a number of men. I think what he needs is to wait for his ally to come in at the same time. But unfortunately, DeVos is pulling back with a lot of his men. He still has a lot of Canadian forces, but they too have fallen back. So I think he just wants to wait and try to hit in a tag team. Now, I will say the allies are running out of time. They only have... they don't... Well, okay, they have 2 victory points against them. Middle is, yes, going against it, but Stuka Fire, we'll see. Yeah, it makes the infantry section walk off the point. Tiger Tank, a fresh one coming on out. Immediately meets 4 Grants and is like, bad day, bad day, bad day. And, oh my god, is he immediately gonna die? Oh, no, we'll fire through the smoke if you could, Grants. Oh, they're all firing. They're hitting the infantry coming up the hill. That was an accident. That's a funny accident, though. A new Tiger comes on in with a Panzer IV. 1 Grant might perish. AT Overwatch is in effect, by the way. Helps kill 1 of them. More Grants coming on in. But again, they have to turn because of their main cannon. They're about to walk into the AT Overwatch, which I would not recommend for their own health and safety. More Panzer IIIs coming along the side. Grants can't do much against that because the main cannon that would do the most damage is in the front. Luckily, they do manage to pull back. More Grants coming on in. DeVos, this is not a great engagement. I would back out. 1 Panzer III dies. The other might survive. Grant does escape. Second, I don't know why you're turning around. The main cannon's in the front. Another Panzer III dies. Grants come in, help kill some infantry, and continue to hurt armor. Flak 36 trying to hit whatever it can, but SpongeBob is actually assisting in mid. But again, without him on the far side, that means that Fawn and Sturban can push up his men to mid. So he might be helping, but he also could be hit here in his own flank here in a second, since he was guarding, or trying to guard a flank and keep Sturban busy. There's Fawn's Tiger. Flak 36 still firing at the Grant and the Black Prince, both of which are... one dies, the other very low. Black Prince trying to get out of there. Grant's continue to put pressure. Kill the Tiger. Oh, he's unable! Artillery hitting the back lines. Flak 36 kills a Grant. Black Prince is down. Grant pulls back out of the Stuka Fire. Another Grant pulls back. Vaughn's Tiger survives. Sturban's Tiger's still up for a fight. Flak 36 is somehow still attached to that. There's still like 4 or 5 Grants in mid. The battle's not done. The 17-pounder providing covering support, but it's being hit by Stukas. Just never-ending Stuka fire. Because again, they could just fire normally and then fire, I believe, the walking barrage. It's just keep hitting the allied positions. But the allies did take mid and stop the bleed, and it looks like DeVos is done and is going to pump out a ton of Crusaders in order to win the game. He could dive deep and go for the Stukas, but the Stukas have done a pretty good job at guarding themselves between a lot of heavy armor. So we'll have to see how that actually fares. Again, a huge Crusader attack could do wonders. He also needs to up them with the better guns if he wants them to actually fight. No mid, it's too far. What? Oh, I guess for the Panzer IV, for Fawn pushing on up. Grant's firing through the smoke to clean up the assault grenadiers. Again, right now the artillery is the thing that has the Germans succeeding, because again, I assume the bishops will clear this. I am actually a little shocked we've not seen more bishops, to be very clear. I assume that he would want to go more bishops to keep that fire going. But no, we have yet to see it. Pack gun is hauled down in mid to continue the fire. Stuka kills a Royal Engineer. 17 pounders goner. Medical truck's about to die. Stuka helps clear up more stuff. It's just constant artillery fire. Again, this is where SpongeBob, yes, SpongeBob's recovery situation would really help his team. But yeah, I mean, this is where Kamakura is just constantly going around like, who needs heal? You need heal? I'm healing you. You need heal? I'll be there with you in a second. Like, his recovery vehicle has done a really good job at constantly going back and forth to help out his team. So I'll give credit where credit's due. German forces have 2 Tigers in mid, 3 Tigers in mid, with Sturban's Tiger on standby. We have 3 Tiger Aces, by the way, on the field. That's pretty impressive. Canadian forces as well could move in if they don't get hit by Stukas. Left side's being taken. I love the assault grenadiers going to hide in the corner, being like, shh, as soon as they leave, we go back in. Nobody make a sound. The allies need to push somewhere. We do have ourselves a Grant swarm ready to go. Middle, again, because of all the cover, it's a little harder for the Grants to push up in one big push. But I think we're about to see GG unless we have a decap somehow, some way. But I doubt it. We don't have time. A push with the Grants happening. Maybe you take this? It would have to be like a last minute, like somehow you take it and quickly decap. He is decapping. I don't think he'll have the time. I think he's going to be like a few seconds short. There it goes. Yeah. I would say great defense by the Axis. Their Tigers, most part, they lured the enemy in. They used the, whenever they were fighting, they tried to make sure that they couldn't, bring all their effort out at once and got choke pointed. So great stuff there. Just again, a lot of kills for armors. Sturban was holding the key flanks, so we had a little less. Tons of kills. And yeah, Devos had also tons of kills as well for the Brits. Top damage goes to Rune. But yeah, overall, both sides did pretty well. But yeah, the person who submitted this, by the way, was Sturban. I thought it was a great game all around. I can't discount either side. And the only thing I'll say is maybe more bishops. I know it's like, oh, artillery spam, but when the enemy is using so many Stukas and actually using Stukas to kill your armor, you need to bring up more artillery. One is not enough, in my opinion. But yeah, the Tiger tank, 27 kills, 1 vehicle. That's still pretty damn good, specifically because you never lost it. Grants had 41 kills, but he lost a lot. MG section, 32, but again lost. Bersaleri lost all of them. The Stukas, again, it's bugged, so it's undercounting, but 49 infantry kills and 6 vehicle kills. I mean, they were doing a lot of work, all things considered. So yeah, I would probably say the Stukas and the Tigers were really damn good at holding the front to the best of their ability. Yeah, lots of Crusaders, not a lot of, I mean, like Grants did. Actually, I take that back. He only lost 1 Grant. Who was this again? SpongeBob. Yeah, I mean, he pushed. He didn't lose them. So I'll give credit where credit's due. But, yeah. Let's see. I think supporting your team with some recovery stations would have helped. Grants, okay. Yeah, not much there. Flak 36 did okay. 5 vehicles. Panzer 3s, they both died. Grants again, 41 kills, 3 vehicles. You lost 6. It's just sure high kill counts, but lots of losses. Canadians only lost 1, 35 kills, not too shabby. All right, but what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. I think it was good Tiger defense. Again, they didn't lose all their heavy tanks. A lot of games, they see so many Tigers dying, and they kept theirs for the most part alive. And also good recovery after the massive allied thrust. Like, good stuff all around. I have to give credit, even when like Kamakura was down to basically nothing. Well, I want to know what you thought of this game. Leave it down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, support the channel however you can. And I'll see all of you guys next time.
Hello everyone, this is Greyshot117, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Big Cooch, Aphyria, Ace, Pyro Shark, Tonybee 95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.